Again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for you guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. As you can see, is video 125K. Remember on our last video we were talking about the actual pagination stuff. Let me see if I can find it. This right here, the inner pagination. This is when you take like the select statement and you want to reference 2 or 3 tables. So you do the inner and the outer. So that's what that is. I think we showed you that already. So and the reason why I do this is because I wanted to. I should have shown that last week because when I created the other one, I was just thinking about just the previous and the next. I wasn't gonna add more to it because I figured you guys will get it anyway, you know what I mean? But then I said, why not? Let's just put it in. It's still okay to have, so I did that first and last, but in the way it was done. Well, let me show you what it looks like. If we go like here, you know, this. Did I see what I see? I mean, I don't understand. I don't know. You would think people, there's just too many businesses going hitting at the same time. So if I went to the transaction, this is the one I'm talking about. Remember, we had the previous and the next, but I didn't have the last. First, I'm like, I think maybe we should have it anyway. If you get the last, it takes the last. First, I don't only have 10. Then you go to the next one, back to the first. So, and then I also print out the reports. I don't have a printer, but let's say if I had to print it. I wish I did, to tell the truth. See, the printer that I used to. I do have a printer. The problem is, it doesn't work. Doesn't want to print it, just prints a blank page because the actual cartridge, which was brand new, got dried up because my desk is kind of sitting right in front of the air conditioning. Those powerful ones from the building. So that's the story. Anyway, if you do that, you go like this, and let me get this out of here. You're only gonna get this. You're not gonna get all these things, the buttons and all that. You're only gonna get this stuff here. Title and this stuff. That's it. I think I put it in too. So let's see. Where is it? So if I went here. Okay. Remember the last time I didn't show you this because I took it out. This is what it looks like. You do the host and DB using the password and you do this stuff. Well, you've seen that before already. So what I did was I did the count over here in the situation. I said, well, let's get the page. And the reason why you do that is because you're gonna get this. See this right here? Get 1, get the, get 2, that kind of thing. So it kind of checks for you, and of course you gotta validate it, right? You want to make sure. Remember this? This is a if and no. If it doesn't happen, you have to you do this. Where is it? No, right here you check either that, and this will be the truth. That's what that basically is. And then you got here if it's less than 1, do this equal to 1. That means that's the first one, right? As it reads that first one, it says okay. So then it puts it in here, and you want to check. Remember, everything here, it's all admin. You see this? It's not, what was the other one? The one with the email, Andres at gmail. Let me see. Man, sorry guys, I always have to take a little detour. See if it'll work out. Let me see. Okay, it's just that one, right? So what is it? Okay, here we go. See? Yep, there you go. So but since it's only one, I only have one. So let's go back to the normal. And of course, I want to. So I did the same thing for this report right here. This one right here. Same thing, but we're talking about transaction. And the way you do it is you do it like this. See, you get your count. Of course, you gotta go through the prepare statement, and you execute the damn thing. Then you see the cell. That's like, it goes. What is this? You do the. What is it I'm trying to say here? If you have a number that's 5 or 6, you're always gonna you're always gonna use the top number. And then you have. Well, I have it here. The total pages. Ensure pages requested is higher than the max actual page. Then over here you calculate the mathematical correct offset. That's your offset, right? And then I said this is the main query data fetching. Remember how I used the inner joints? See this T? I did the select. Before it was just the regular select with some few things. Now it's like this is because I'm doing the transaction, so I put T. This is just like a placeholder, so you can differentiate yourself from the two. Right now I'm opening. I'm selecting for 3. So you got the transaction, you got your item. I made it P, and then you have the username. That's the user table. Then of course I called it this. Doesn't matter. You're gonna call it anything you want. Then from the transaction, T, which is T, you're telling, hey, T, inner join with file item, which is P. This is P right here, you see it? And then on the T, which is equal to what the P is. If the T equals to you're assigning it to that. Right now, this is doing nothing. It's just waiting. This guy's the one that does all the job. Takes this stuff and then does it. Then where the transaction, because whatever the user ID, that's why you make sure that you get the right stuff, right, when you log in. And then you want to order by date, transaction date, descending order, T, transaction ID, descending order. You don't even have to have that, but you could. And you want the limits. Limits would be, I think I put it here somewhere. It says, okay, number 5, which is, you just want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what that is. And that's about it. I mean, I showed you this already from when I was doing the last one yesterday. I mean, the last video. But I just wanted to show you the button situation. And of course, I'm using binding. Remember, the other ones we could bind it right inside here. Remember I showed you that too. But I decided, I'm going to do it because sometimes you forget if you don't use it a lot. So I did the bind value. You're binding 1, 2, and 3, which happens to be, where is it? 1, 2, where's the third? 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's what that is. Then you execute it, then you fetch the thing, that's items. And then, now, oh yeah, by the way, this here is for the, when you hit this guy right here, and I already showed you that on the last one. And I did the same thing. T, P, right? Simple stuff. You see this already. And you do, see how you're using here? This is binding it right here for me inside the execution. And this one, just want to use the bind value. And then this is the header for the actual file. That's what tells it that you're going to be CSV. That will be a word. Remember, you're writing to that file. It's kind of like a text file. You've seen it. Yeah. And then you got your HTML. This is all the. This is just to make it look good. These little fun things. That's why I know this is not an HTML thing. This is CSS3 stuff. But I like to do a whole CSS3, just the basic stuff, because it's a lot to it. At least for the stuff. This is for the printer, so when you're doing the printer, you're going to see, if there was a sidebar, you'll be able to use it, but we don't have one, so we don't have to worry about those. So we just, it'll stay there, but it doesn't matter. Then you got your nav bar, then you got your print stuff and the filter, which we should like. I can't test it out and look at it. Maybe there's a way of doing it if I have to use. Let me see. If I went here, would I be able to? No. Printer. Let me see. Oh. Maybe we could do open in preview. I don't know what it is. Let's give it a shot. Oh, no way. No, oh, wait a minute. I thought I was going to get rid of those things. Well, I'm going to have to work it out so because I don't want to see any of this. Well, it's not a bad thing, though. I want to see the whole thing. I'm going to work that out. I thought I did. Excuse me. Oh, you know what it was? Because I knew I couldn't use a printer, I didn't bother to really go too far in it. But now that I can test it out by going there, where is it? Where did it go? Huh. Where did it go? No, that's not it. Is it this one? Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. I don't know. I just lost it. Where is it? Let's move this guy out the way. There it goes. Is that it right here? Oh, man. I need to. I don't know. Where is it? So I need to make sure this doesn't get printed out, except keep the title and give me all of it. So I'm going to work that out and I'm going to give it to you in another video. So let's get rid of that. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I wanted to show you. The simple stuff right here. I also did it for, as you can see, I did it for the front page. You know how the front page is that long? I was saying to myself, well, if I'm gonna have a whole bunch of them, why not do it like that? So I kind of did it like that too. Yeah, that one you need a whole set of things. Same thing because I'm using this. This is the dashboard. The other's different thing. So you have to kind of, different things. But that's basically it, man. That's all I wanted to show you. Simple stuff. And hopefully it'll work out. Yes, everybody's, you'll have some problems, but you just have to work it. You have to kind of play around with it, see what works, what doesn't. But I always tend to, deal with it because when you're dealing with a large data set, let's say like dozens or hundreds of pages of inventory records, nobody wants to like click next and previous, right? Like say if you wanted to go down the stuff, you want to go do it like 26 times or 30 times just to see the oldest entries or jump back to the very start. So by adding that first and the last button, cut out by adding that first and last button, that will help you out, right? That will make you, it's really the standard best practice for pagination, So that elevates your experience and how you can easily roll into doing other things. Because I was thinking about maybe numbers, right? Remember how you get like these little numbers, but I'm like, what for, you know? But maybe I'll do it. Maybe I will do, you know, how to do it with those new numbers. I don't know. I just never liked it, those bunch of numbers that you get, like page 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. So I'm thinking this will do it for you, really, right? You search it, and you know something? I'm thinking about adding this into here, right in here, so people can also see. So we don't have to go using the next and the previous. Right now it's only a little bit of stuff, but you know, 6 pages. But if you had to do like a lot, we don't want to go through that. So I'm thinking also adding the search, making it look like this. Where is it? The search, and that will help out with that situation, because now you can just, you know, if you can say, let's say milk got moved all the way to 300, we don't know where it is. So what happens? You just say milk and it'll pop up. It's a great way of doing things. But it's like that, you know, you don't have to go so crazy, but if you know, professional and all that, you're doing it for the job and stuff like that. That saves the server resources too, right? When you cut it down to smaller pieces. When you cut it down to smaller pieces, it saves the what you would call it, the resources on the system, you know. So instead of a user rapidly hammering the next thing, you can make that clean request exactly on the page that you want. You just say, you know, let me see milk and let me see milk. Plus, it's better orientation, right? It gives your user an immediate sense of scale, knowing that you can instantly jump to the end of the page, back of it, and then the system feels much more manageable like that, because when you got like a whole bunch of stuff, it kind of kills your brain a little bit. And then you want to clean, right? You want to keep it clean. So since you already have like the core of pagination, you can kind of like, hey, these have these other ones too. Makes it easy. You don't have to worry about, you know. Remember, the first one is easy because you're making it the first one as page 1. So let's say we went here, that's page 2. But if we went to first, it's page 1. So it's going to be page 1, and then if you go to the last, that'll be page 6. Because you're calculating this stuff, so that makes it so much easier. You know what I mean? So when you do this, like the last, that targets the total page variable, which you already calculated, right? But you'll be doing that, and that's about it. You're dividing that total row by row of pages, so that runs up, rounding up. That's what I meant to say. Oh my God, why would I? It just comes to my mind. Sometimes when you're trying to, you know, you don't remember stuff. So like for instance, like the SQL query that based on that current page number. So the breakdown is like, if you do page 1, it'll be like 1 minus 1, I think, times 5, and the offset is 0, right? Because that will get you the page 1 through 5. If you did like, oh, let me go to the page 2, it'll be like 2 minus 1, right? Times the 5. And then that will be like the offset, right? And that will be 5. And you're going to get 6 to 10, which is, you know, right here. What's going on? I can't believe my computer's messed. What's going on? Oh. What happened was this. That's it. There was nothing else. And you go here, that will be record 6 to 10. And of course, you got, you know, the last one, which is smaller one, you know. And that's about it. So, you know, so if you kind of, I don't know, this is 2 right here. Right here, that will be 3. Right here, 3. That will give you 3 minus 1 times the 5. That's the, that would be like the offset of 10. And that would get you 11 to 15. Okay, that's about it. That's all we wanted to say. I don't know, man. So much stuff, right? I would like to say, I think I know one of the videos too. I'm gonna just a quick roadmap of how the dashboard PHP file flows from like the top to the bottom. That would be good to show. That helps to keep the mental structure layout in the mind, right? So when you do it, the flow will be like, yeah, like the, I can probably tell you about it right now. It's just that I wanted to have it written so you can kind of have it. But the flow of the, I'll have it in the description below. That's what we'll have. So the flow of your code, right? It's like you always got that security gate, right? That's that first part of it. That's the one that checks the 30 minutes activity and timeout. You saw that already. Validation. You know, the session user ID. Remember that one? If anything is wrong, it immediately kicks out to index.php. Then you have your URL listener, and it captures any sorting choices, like the sort, the direction, the keyword search. You pass it to the web page. That's what this stuff is here. And then, of course, you got your whitelist check. It checks that allows the sort column. Where is it? What is the pages do? Right here. Right here. Now, all that stuff that I was talking about, the minus and all that's over here. All this right here. See the offset page. The minus, you know, the 1, 1, and the 5, 1. That's what this whole thing is. And of course, you got this stuff just to bind them. And this, of course, this is that stupid thing, which is what is it? The export. Let me see if I have anything open. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought I might have had something open. I don't know. Again, plus I'm having trouble with my mouse. I don't know. Anyway, we'll do. What will be the next thing I said that I was gonna do? Oh, gotta fix that print part. I don't want to print just this whole thing. I need to print just these things. This is using the print, of course, because it's gonna do that. But I'm gonna fix it that it avoids the buttons. Like it will be like a separate thing. To print this and then automatically calls the box. In other words, if you hit the print, it'll take this information, turns it into another file with all of it, and then like for instance, like I don't have it here. Where is it? Like something like this, like the inventory that has all of it. I gotta figure out why it looks ugly. Nice. Look at this. This thing is pushed. Why does it look ugly? Okay. Because you added this in it. So I guess we can kind of fill that up like that. But I don't know. Does anybody want to really see this? What is it? Status. Yeah, why not? We'll put the buttons right in here too. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna do that to all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it to this one, this one, this one, this one. There's 3 more, I think. I gotta talk to, I did try talking to somebody that works. I don't know, some people just, oh, I don't know. They let me know for sure what I wanted to. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I got, man. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna fix those buttons and make sure the buttons are fixed. I'm gonna have buttons for all of them. And then I would like the print to just give me just the file, the whole thing. Instead of, I mean, it's okay if you want to print that one page, but I would like to see, you know, like I saw one time somebody had a button that would say print all, like print all. Maybe that's what we'll do. I have a button that says print all at the same time. This way we can have it all. You know what I mean? And even if I went to the next page, who cares? To print all one shot, that would be, yeah, you know something, that would be good. I think I'm gonna work on that too. This makes sense. Anyway, hey man, finally, if you learned something, and I apologize for me talking about these other dumb things. And, hey man, comment on my stuff if you can. I would love you to say some few things. That way I can improve. And hey, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time.